Gem Collectors with Shawn, and that is who you have found. I am Shawn indeed, and I am so glad that I am here 2 weeks in a row. Just as glad as you are, I have no doubt. The long-awaited, I might as well tell you right now, right from the beginning of the show. Yes, okay, other shows have been a mix of new and sale items lately. This is going to be almost, well, I normally say all sale items, but never know when I will stumble across an item I may not have showcased before. Either way, it's getting discounted. It's getting, and in my realm, we already start at a big discount, as you know. So add discount on top of discounts. And some of these, if I've shown them a few times, you know what? They're going out the door. Take advantage. Get your pen and paper ready. Remember, in this show, all the items, the prefix is 482. So really, if you're in a scramble, all you have to write down are the last group of numbers. Now, for those of you that have recently been tuning in from YouTube, welcome to the show. We have been around in a podcast version for about 4 years or so. And then this show in general has been around here at Gem Shopping, had additional 9 years to that in the live show. So long history here in Gem Shopping's 25-year extended history, where we are a 24/7 network. And without even a close second place by far, we have, out of all the networks that you could watch, the finest and the rarest by way of jewelry items, some of the most valuable jewelry items you will ever see on TV that are actually you can buy. As so many people say in this show, we offer a lot of education from the ground sciences of gems and minerals on up to even gemstones and whatnot. But a lot of people find this show, of course, so interesting because not only do we talk about and educate you about the item we're presenting, but it's an item that you can purchase and buy as well. So many of them, though, are one of a kind. Very seldom do we have multiples. So if there's something you see that you like, you know, grab it while you can, because many times it's not going to be there the very next day or whatnot. So let's see. Lot to do. So I want to get started. We always try to end the show with a couple of trivia questions, and in the following show, we do the answers and announce the winner. Also, you can send any comments and your answers to Shawn at gemshopping.com. Plus, if you want to find this show, it's no problem. You can go to YouTube and just type in Gem Collectors with Shawn to find it, or you can go to gemshopping.com. And on that website, right on the front page, go down to the Learning Center at the bottom, click on that, and it'll take you not only to this show, but also to the much advised to watch them for the complete education package, the How It's Done series, that where you get to see me at the bench hosting and doing the work of amazing custom pieces. I normally would say, oh, you know, a lot of times some of these educational jewelry shows, you'll get to see someone string a bead of necklaces or something like that. No, you'll see the most technical and most advanced methods of stone setting done by me. And also, we take you through every step there is in the process of creating a piece of jewelry, from the lost wax method and then also the handmade method, where with the federal FTC regulations coming down hard on what can be deemed a truly handmade item, well, you'll get to see that. You watch the episodes where we complete an amazing opal pendant in rose gold, and we even alloy the gold every step of the way, and it's all handmade. So anyway, check those videos out as well. Let's get going. Now, last week, the two trivia questions that we had, the first one was, what other color is brucite commonly found in? Now, remember, we showed brucite. What the amazing thing about brucite, which is a magnesium hydroxide, is when it was discovered in Pakistan, was that lemon yellow color. That is not a color that was common or a color that was seen in brucite up until that discovery. Until then, brucite commonly found in the bluish grayish color tone. So anything similar to that would be a correct answer. And it was also never of a cutting grade quality. The bluish color was kind of a chalky kind of cutting. When it came to the amazing chartreuse bright lemon yellow discovery of brucite, the finest brucites are never perfectly clear. They're almost like a rose quartz, where you never get a rose quartz that, you know, is perfectly clear like an amethyst would be. There's always that haziness or fuzziness to the rose quartz. We could go into the reasons why. I may cover that for you one day. You'd probably like to know why. Same thing with brucite. It's never perfectly crystal clear, just to let you know. But a fine color with as transparent as it can be, you know, translucent to transparent is the desired range that you want to be in. Okay, so that was question number 1. The other question was the mineral lazulite was given its Arabic language name in allusion to what place? All right, so need to learn, or you'll get to learn at least one Arabic word, won't you? And that would be, of course, we're looking at lazulite. That would be with the word lazuli or lazuli, depending on pronunciation. And in Arabic, it means heaven. So in allusion to the blue color, but I think the modern day allusion to the color of it now would be more like blue jeans. Denim blue would be a good color for it. Okay, so let's get to the comments. We have first a comment by Miss Cindy in South Central Pennsylvania. Hello, Rock family. It was so good to get that notification that Gem Collectors with Shawn was available. So if she got that notification, that tells me everybody else can sign up for the notifications on the show. And if also maybe you get a notification when Shawn's not going to be there as well. So that was good information that Cindy let everyone know. Also, this is great information. And with the director of production right here in front of me, I will pass on the compliment. Miss Cindy says, better yet, it was in HD finally. Kudos to production for that. The video quality is so much better. And she does that in big, bold, black type. It makes those specimens pop off the screen. Thoroughly enjoyed the show. Trivia, blue, gray, and heaven. Getting both the answers right. See everyone next Monday. My birthday, she adds. Be good to yourself. Cindy in South Central Pennsylvania, who discovered a local rock and mineral club in my county, and there will be a show to attend in March. Yay! Yes, as shows get going in March. So everybody, if you have not looked into your local rock and mineral club, many times there will be one without too far distance. It's like for us, Georgia Mineral Society, and then even another is the Cobb County. So we have Cobb County takes in the city of Marietta. All right, it's at one of the metro Atlanta counties, one of the bigger ones. But it's not so big that it doesn't even have, it has its own Gem and Mineral Society as well as the Georgia Mineral Society. And so that's great. So that tells you that, like relative to Atlanta, it'd be so much more convenient to go to the Cobb County one. I'm not sure where the Georgia Mineral one is, but most of them are on the northern end of Atlanta. But anyway, you might never know, in some of the places that you would think there wouldn't be one, might be some areas that are very rock and mineral club oriented. And so even a smaller town may have one. It just depends on the number of people that are rock hounds in that area. So check into those. So I'm glad, Miss Cindy, happy birthday to you, since you'll see in this show on your birthday, and that you dug deep enough to find a Gem and Mineral Club, Rock and Mineral Club. And Miss Cindy goes on, another discovery practically in my backyard I plan on checking out this summer. We used to swim in the quarries of this tiny village, and she sends a link. So she's doing some, prospecting starts with, I was going to say, the internet, but not in my day. Prospecting started really at the library or your information center. When I was only 19 and 20, when I went out to Colorado, and that was long before the internet, remember, let's see, I graduated high school in 1979. So you're talking about 1981 or whatever, when I was out in Colorado in Denver. And I went to do research on the gold claims and gold mines in Colorado and outside of Denver. And of course, there's no such thing as just sitting there on the floor, on the wooden floor, because all I went out there was my brother and a CJ5 Renegade Jeep, which was perfect for Colorado, right? And what we could put in the back, and if anybody is familiar with the original kind of real Jeep design, there is just a little back bench seat. There's no storage. There's no other room. So canvas top, big tires, and I've always had the ability to get deep into the woods from early on by way of vehicles. And so I had the Jeep, had my brother, and when you're that age, there was no furniture for the place that we rented. We literally had a sleeping bag, and I literally slept in the sleeping bag on a wooden floor for 6 months. The most Velveeta cheese and bologna I think I've ever eaten in my life. I worked as a goldsmith out there, but still costs and whatnot. And my brother couldn't make much money doing what he wouldn't. He could size rings when we went out to Colorado, but not much more than that. So he wasn't skilled enough to get a job as a goldsmith. Whereas I was. That's where I worked with that Italian goldsmith, and coming back with so many additional mind-blowing techniques, because I took my modern techniques out there, and he said, you can only use those after you learn my techniques, which to me were old style, but to him they were his techniques. That's what he did. And it's like, what a great thing. First I was a little put off, but when I realized that, wow, I'm going to get to learn from an Italian master for free. I mean, there are people that pay fortunes to go study under or work underneath an Italian goldsmith. So the things he showed me, I would have never had any concept of learning how to do these things in any other way than the way I knew how to do them. And he offered these completely original ideas, original to me, and was a fascinating free lesson in real mastering of goldsmith techniques. But Colorado, went out there, took the Jeep, everything we could take, slept on the floor, and didn't mind a bit of it, because every other moment I could get, I was out prospecting out in Black Hawk and Central City. Since then, though, they made it's a gambling town. But going to the library, yes, that's where I would go. I lived right in the kind of not a rough district, kind of downtown. But what it was convenient to was, of course, the downtown library. So I would walk, and they're available in the Denver Library. You can imagine, especially the history of Denver Library. That was where all the old mining history was really kept. That if you had the time and the research you could do. And what it also had was the big trays of the Geological Survey maps. Oh, wow. That's where I fell in love with the work that the Geological Survey actually did and whatnot. And so, I could find mines that you could never find anywhere else, including the modern internet now, and where they were located and the original claims and all that. So anyway, now my advice, of course, you can just sit at home and do your research as far as prospecting and where you may want to go. Look, I have brought, speaking of prospecting and the prospecting bug, cameraman Dave, I brought us Moonstones. We're going to show those today. And all he did was he got the rock hounding bug. He went over to Lake Lanier, where I've mentioned before. He was in the Forsyth County side, the county I live in. Multiple counties surround Lake Lanier. It's the Corps of Engineers' largest impoundment in the country. But the lake is down just enough that it exposes a shoreline free of vegetation, but a shoreline that exposes the bedrock, the rock, and what's there, and washed it down. And so it's easy to spot veins of minerals. And so anyway, we'll get to those in a little bit. Let's get to keep going here. Okay, so Cindy's discovered prospecting and a mineral club. Peggy in South Carolina, so happy to see you again. Dear Raven, Shawn, the wonderful crew at GSN, and my favorite virtual family. First, happy Valentine's Day. Regarding the COVID fog, I find doing puzzles, matching math, etc., combined with a good regimen of vitamins keeps me sharp and clear. However, it does take a bit of time to show its effects. I kept checking the YouTube channel during the last 2 weeks for your smiling face. I do love the new backdrop. The minerals behind you really pop out against the black. I have been waiting on the sales show. Today is it. My list of wants filled up a full page of paper. That was from the partial sale I did last week. Good job. So far, I've purchased a large aquamarine, the kyanite, the stilbite, and may go back for more. I can't wait to get them. Good job, Peggy. Trivia, Barusite, usually found in grayish blue. Heaven and Lucian to the placed Arabic name for lazulite. Getting the answers right. Did you find gold yet? Yeah, there's hope there. That's all I'm going to say on the gold end. Yep, I have alluded to having some good luck there. Did you get your checkup? Yes, I have an appointment coming up in only a few weeks, thank goodness. And so find your joy, she says. I will when I find out I'm all healthy and able to get back in the woods. Mr. Brad in Pennsylvania says, lazulite, deriving its name from the Arabic word for heaven. However, I agree with you, Shawn, that to me it more resembles the color of its proper place. My denim back pocket. Exactly. Brusite, grayish blue. Good job there. Greetings to you, the Raven and the Gem Shopping staff and Rock family. I picked up a garnierite. Garnierite. That is something we haven't heard around here. Had a mineral show last month. It was a nice palm-sized pale green with a network of white veins that fluoresced chartreuse under long-wave ultraviolet light. The body color under shortwave was a deep ruby red. Since it contains nickel, could that be causing the red fluorescence? I hope that all is well whenever you finally see the doctor. I have a mental picture of you completing your office visit by handing the doctor a specimen and saying, will you look at that? But seriously, Shawn, my prayer for you this week is that you'll be able to see a doctor with all the right answers. Yes, me too. I am definitely going to continue to follow up on all my medical needs because I want to be around a long time to pass on a lot more knowledge and my my collection. We got a long way to go. Okay, so in regards to Garnierite, if anybody's wondering exactly what he picked up, it was named for James Garnier in 1864. And what it is it's a generic name, kind of like limonite is to the iron oxides. It's a word that they give a conglomerate of iron oxides. Well, Garnierite is a word that they give to a conglomeration of nickel ore silicates, not nickel OR, nickel ORE. And so it's a mixture of nickel-bearing magnesium layered silicates that are can be slowly replaced by magnesium, and it's found in ultramafic rocks. So things such as serpentinite, peridotite, dunite, which I have found dunite, and I might have showed you on some of the chunky gal ruby specimens. And it is a something that comes in mostly green colors. Now, the white veining, a good chance that could be montmorillonite. And montmorillonite is found and associated with garnierite. Some of the most well-known locations for that, and if you don't know where it's from, is from New Caledonia. And if those of you don't know where New Caledonia is, it's a series of, kind of larger island to the east of Australia, near kind of Vanuatu. And so we don't talk about that much. You don't hear much about it coming from New Caledonia like that. But garnierite certainly does. And so that's a neat find. There's some really nicer quality. Garnierite is often found associated with chalcedony or also chrysoprase, because it can also often be the coloring agent supplying the nickel for your chrysoprase, which we know gets that greenish color from nickel impurities in it. So Oregon, even North Carolina, wherever there's like nickel deposits, you have a chance of finding garnierite there. So that's a neat item there, Mr. Bradford, you to have found and to be able to share with all of us that you found a neat kind of treasure there, and something that's not discussed or too often in any kind of circles. It does have synonyms that other people may know it by, and those would be, and you may have it and not even know it, like Nepuite, who would have heard of that. You have Pimolite, which you might have heard of a little bit more often, and then Willemsite, which might be the one you would hear most often. But the fluorescence could have a lot to do with nickel. Oftentimes, though, there's chrome involved, and that could be helping with the deeper red color tones. Can be associated with that as well. So again, the ultramafic rocks, the serpentine, can provide a lot of those other impurities for coloring of that. So good find indeed for you on that one, because that's not even one I have. Mr. Anthony says, hello all, great show. Glad to see you're back. The backdrop looking good. That thanks to Miss the Raven. That black makes everything pop. Boy, two of you said the same words, so must really do that, including the host. That would be me. Thank you for the silver in matrix. I didn't have a Moroccan specimen. Well, now you do. Kind of by accident, I built a nice little local collection of silver specimens. He's omitting from any prize, even though he got them correct. The answer is correct. You were speaking of daffodils popping up in Georgia. Almost a foot of snow on the ground here. No daffodils. But, for us, we were really hoping for a good snow. Even Dave, camera guy, he sends me hopeful. He watches this, cameraman, this weatherman that has all the knowledge, just not a, on TV camera guy. And so he's got his own blog site, I guess is what you call it. And so he sends me these this guy, you can tell, likes snow too. So there are always these hopeful predictions for these massive amounts of snow that we never get anything of, but it does give us hope, and we get all excited just at the chance of something maybe coming. So, but it's looking slim. It's looking slim as each day passes by that we will have gotten any measurable snow. Blah. Okay, so let's see. Miss Elisa in Florida says, hello, Rock Family, GSN crew, the lovely Raven, and Professor Shawn. So good to see you all back again. The show was awesome and well worth the wait. My answer to this week's question are bluish gray and heaven. Thank you and stay safe, everyone. Miss Ursula says, Shawn, hello, and hope you treated your Valentine to an extra special day as it was for us, your faithful rock hounding community. It was surprising to learn that brucite is also found in grayish blue color besides the yellow that you featured, but did not expect for lazulite's given name referring to heaven. How appropriate. It was a great idea for you to reach out how dietary supplements may impact brain fog issues. You might want to start with a diet of, and then she gives me some helpful hints on some things to try that are natural. So I will certainly take those into consideration, and I've tried everything else, so why not try some of the other suggestions that you have there. Sending you positive energy and wishing you nothing but the best in your continued efforts to beat the COVID-19 long haul symptoms. Sincerely, Miss Ursula. Getting those answers right, and thanks for the info, Miss Ursula. Miss Penny says, hello, Shawn, Raven, and Rock Family. I hope everyone is well. Shawn, it is wonderful to see you back in full form again and in front of the nice familiar background. She remembers. She knows it from before. Thank you once again for a wonderful, informative show, but we weren't able to put rocks behind us. Now we can. I hope I make the deadline. The trivia answers are grayish blue and heaven. If I understood the second question correctly, you did, and you got it right. I would like to say that I managed to get the Anna King Tiger Iron Pendant with the horses. I have wanted it for so long, and I finally got it. You know what? It was meant for you, because you would have never gotten it at the price that I ended up selling it for. And I know, Miss Penny, you worked close on your budget. And so how perfect. And again, things happen, it seems, magically in this show. So it seems that the magic has worked once again, and that the right item wound up with the right person at the right time. I have wanted it for so long and finally got it. Boy, that means so much for me to read those words and it to work out. I also got the quartz skull for Mahalis for his birthday. Rock on, Mahalis. And the watermelon Tourmaline looks like it's on a cushion. Yeah, that's a cool piece. Yeah, Mahalis. So what is he turning? 10 now? Or was he 10? He couldn't be as old as 11. Either way, our youngest Rockhound member of the group, to be giving him a gift of a carved skull, of course, you know, that just brings a tear to Raven's eye, because Miss Skull Collection, I mean, if you want to see some skulls, maybe I should bring in some of her skulls. She has everything from a smoky quartz skull of gem quality to her labradorite. Her labradorite skulls are, I mean, besides being large, by way of the quality, are absolutely mind-boggling. But anyway, I have wanted for so long. Okay, yeah. So when finances permit, I will get it mounted. Oh, that watermelon Tourmaline. After scolding myself for shopping and saying I wouldn't do it again, I just got off the phone with Gem Shopping. I finally got a gemstone knife. Yes, you go. The Sassalite, the Smoky Quartz, and the Indian Sapphire to add to my non-existent Sapphire birthday collection. If September is your birth month and you do not have a Sapphire, really, what a Sapphire piece to start out with. So, Miss Penny, congratulations to you on getting that Indian Sapphire. That piece with the Ceylonite coating on the outside of it. Look up the mine, learn it, study it about exactly where that piece came from and how unique it is. And the association, look up the chemical formula of both Ceylonite and corundum, the sapphire. And you'll see how closely related are and how one would lead to the formation of the other and the two being found together. And the Ceylonite, wow, what a neat, unusual piece, because it's like hiding that sapphire in there. So congratulations on getting that. And I sold it way too cheap. But if I was ever going to, I'm glad that you were the one that got that then. Well done. And the gemstone knife, I know the one. What a treat. Well done. I also discovered a local gem and mineral club. Another one of you have, and I will eventually contact them. They do go gem hunting. Although there aren't many mines around here, it's nice to know that we can go somewhere. Needless to say, gem hunting only happens for a couple months in the summer up here. Oh, wow, that's funny. And you know what? The ability for the gem and mineral clubs, they're the ones that are able to finagle getting in on these mine sites that you couldn't ever do on your own. So that's the other reason it's great to get up with them, because wow, yeah, they'll be able to take you on these neat field trips. And you never know what mines are around. A lot of people have no idea that there's this gigantic hole in the ground at a major intersection here, right in Forsyth County. And unless you look at it from a Google map from the air, it's a giant quarry. And, you know, it's all flat, you know, on the roads around it. But because of the elevation, they were able to dig this quarry, you know, hundreds and hundreds of feet deep. It's really cool. And I always say to Raven, it's like, oh, if I only knew like the manager of a quarry site like that, because there's another one further down where I live. And it's like, yeah, those people are the ones that get you in, because you know when they're digging these quarries, it doesn't matter where. If it's a quarry and they're digging out igneous rock, metamorphic, or whatever it is they're digging, they're going to break in and to pockets. If there are open pockets, there's going to be crystals of some kind of thing. But it's not worth their time to mess with. They just blast everything and then crush I told you I found epidote on the back of some other pieces from a quarry down the road. So, you know, if I only knew. It's all about who you know, isn't it? Okay, so Miss Penny, congratulations on your goodies and your first sapphire. All right, there we go. All right, so we multiple winners. We put name in the hat, and then we pull out the lucky winner this week. And you know, that's what's so magical. We did it before the show, and I said, you cannot go to believe this, y'all. But the person that said that Monday was going to be her birthday was the actual winner when I drew the names. Miss Cindy in Pennsylvania, happy birthday, and you happen to be the winner as well. So, yeah, what a great birthday. And the magic has always been here and happens once again. Let's show you what you won. This piece is very cool. It is actually found not too far away from you and probably something you don't have. It is from the Jeffrey Mine. The Jeffrey Mine, so well known for its in so many different minerals that Vesuvianite in this color tone happens to be one of the very desired ones. And you can see the beautiful crystals here. And then also there's clear white diopside. And look at also, you can see some dendrites right there. And when you explore these pieces, especially something from the Jeffrey Mine, look at all the dendrites up here. There's no telling. You can find all kinds of multiple other minerals. Wow, the dendrites are going to be created by manganese oxide. And then look at the clear crystals. Under additional magnification, you'll be able to see those better, the clear crystals of diopside. So what a neat, yeah, we even have with dendrites in the description. So, oh, wow, there we go. Look at that. Wow. No, those are real dendrites, beautifully formed. And some more, all kinds of cool stuff on there. All right, and that is free to our winner. Okay, let's tuck that away. We'll be right back with the start of the show. Check this one out. And yes, this is for sale, on sale, however way you want to look at it. The price of this now is, and this is one actually I just noticed that I had only shown it for the very first time just the other week, but it got mixed in with the sale item. So why not? Why not? If you missed it the first time around, well, it's going to be less than it was. Look at this. This is so cool. Pargasite. Pargasite. What a rare mineral. And look at, even from a distance, you can see that crystal of pyrite. Isn't that neat? Look at the pyrite. The Pargasite's beautiful combination between the pinkish red of the ruby and the green color of the Pargasites in this. And then you also have phlogopite mica, and some other minerals that might require a little investigation from your end. But those Pargasites, and look at the pyrites. You can see them. You can see them even protruding. And then there's the phlogopites as well. There's another ruby right there. Oh, beautiful piece. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How about this then? Add that to your ruby collection. If you collect ruby from different locales, you may not have Pakistan ruby. You know, Pakistan is also well known for incredible quality emeralds. So it's quite the country by way of gemstones. Many people not really totally familiar with, even it has the rare gemstones from, Sassalite to Trilobite, all kinds of cool stuff. Here is a price. How about this? Let's mark this one down and make it only $44. Only $44 on that. And great opportunity. Item number 1038821. 1038821. And we go from red. Look at Mother Nature. Look at those colors. Wow. And yes, you are looking at the very well-known Sapphire garnet, which of course is a type of grossular And this is that garnet that fluoresces a stunning orange color. And it's really pretty if you have a fluorescent display. Then the other thing that you're seeing, graphite. Look at the graphite on this. And in this particular location, it is common also to, remember, this is coming from Miralani Hills. If that sounds familiar, it should. That is where the world's tanzanite comes from. So you can often find in the same specimen a crystal of tanzanite associated with it. And I've had them before where an area will be of a purple color tone to it. This one really showing off wonderful, wonderful graphite. So much so that if I actually took that and rubbed it on a white piece of paper, it would draw on it, just like the graphite in the pencil would. So nice crystal, nice combination with the graphite. Beautiful fluorescence if you're collecting gem fluorescent minerals. Price on this, here is an incredible opportunity to get that on sale. That is from my birthstone collection, the month of January, of course. And so I had bought a really, really wonderful, wonderful value on those crystals a number of years ago. And so, wow, I'm looking at the original price on this piece. My goodness. To offer this right now for only $44 is a huge, huge opportunity for you. $44. And my notes also have it that there is pyrite on this as well. So if that's the case, just look at it a little bit closer when you get that home and see what else you can find as well. How neat is that? Now, let me show you item number 1042721. 1042721. This is appropriate not only for Cindy's birthstone, but for anybody else in the month of February. Look at that. Look at that crystal. Beautiful, beautiful amethyst collector crystal. Now, what makes this especially unique and different is, let me do this. Let me raise this up and come right back here, is the fact that it has what was called a phantom. A phantom. So if we go and with the backdrop like that, you can see, and you usually look for the difference in the color of the zoning. This happens, look at this. This happens to be a really unique crystal formation. I can tell you what's called a different habit for quartz. If you look straight down on it, for one thing, you see how it is tapered. It tapers and gets narrower towards the top. But then look at the 6 sides. Remember, it's a hexagon, but look at all 6 sides. Look at how small some of those corners are for being 6-sided. That makes that really unique. Now, as we turn this, that habit will make it a little bit more difficult in some ways, but not too difficult, because you can see right there, you see the what's called the phantom, where the purple starts and stops. But look at the way that's reflected, almost as if it was faceted due to the way the crystal naturally angles upwards like that. Look at that corner. Look at how it narrows like that. That's really, really, to someone like me, quite fascinating. Quite fascinating. Look at that twinned or triple or quadruple. All kinds of crystals have come together right there. Let's look straight down on that and see what it looks like. Oh, wow, look at. See, it is crystal clusters like that that make this entire hobby so interesting, unique, and different to be able to see from whence it came. Then look it down over here. Would it surprise me if that wasn't some epidote or look at some additional crystals as well. Fun up there. What a really neat piece. And to put this on sale, wow, let me just lean it right up against there for a moment. So, wow, that looks great just like that. How about this? So I can actually write this. Okay, why not? We're going to make that one a opportunity for only $24. $24. Huge sale opportunity price. Indeed. Now, while you're thinking about that, let me just give you a quick educational moment here and show you something that I told you about last week that I actually grew. This was called Sassalite. Remember, I asked you if anyone comes back and tells me what Sassalite actually is. None of you mentioned it. Now, this is another, you know how I like to grow crystals at home? Look at this. That's a natural color, except Sassalite grows in nature, all right? It grows naturally in nature. But how I grew this at home, that is what happens when you're pickle pot. Okay, what's a pickle pot for those of you that don't know? Well, you can watch the How It's Done series and you'll see the pickle pot and talked about quite a bit. But it is, to a goldsmith, it is a heated, and I use an old crock pot, but they make specially designed heated glass lined, well, they're small, tiny little like little what are they called? A slow cooker. You know what you would put a cheese dip in or something like that. Well, I use one of those. Okay, so mine I got instead of spending the $125 jeweler version, it was like $1 at a thrift store. So what happens though? You mix boric acid, which is a very mild type of acid. You mix it with water, dissolve it with water. What that does is it will remove the chemicals that are put on a ring that prevent oxidation. So you use boric acid and mix it with alcohol. You put it on a ring. When you apply heat to it, that combination of chemicals will prevent the ring from tarnishing when you reach a particular temperature. Well, to remove those chemicals, you use a pickling agent, what they call a pickling agent, that mixes with water. And when that tends to dry out and you leave it, what it will create is a series of crystals that I found. And look at how beautiful those are. Look at how beautiful those are. So, you know, crystals, when you wonder how nature does it, well, it just needs a little bit of room and the right kind of chemicals to come together. The coloring of those is basically because in the bottom of the pickle pot, there's all kinds of impurities from gold to copper to all kinds of things in the liquid. And so we get the natural color. Because other than that, that on its own is a naturally clear material. So, but anyway, I thought you might want to see the latest homegrown crystal crystal collection of mine that I didn't intend to grow. Now, let me show you this one. Look at what Mother Nature grew in item number 1043321. 1043321. This came with an old perky box. An old perky box, and yeah, that's what they called Miss Barbara. Actually had to give me the name of because I really didn't know what these boxes were called, and it was named after the guy that I think designed it. But okay, dioptase. When you see the box that's already yellowed, you know you've got an old specimen. Always keep the labels, even if they're old like that. Look at what was inside of it. Look at that. Huh? What a bright specimen indeed. And I even know the mine this is from, the Tantera mine. Look at that. Tantera. That's got a good, strong sounding name. And as we look at this a little closer, you can see there's probably some limonite here, and it's got some really neat pockets. And look at some of these crystals. And this, again, would be one, look at that, to explore. I have no doubt that there's more than just dioptase on this. And wow, look it down in there. Nature, Mother Nature. What a neat piece this is. Okay, so what a fantastic item to add to a dioptase collection, because dioptase can be found in several different places, remember? So we've had Namibian dioptase, we've had a Altan tubes, Kazakhstan dioptase. So how about this? Congo dioptase. It's copper silicate and discounted opportunity. I can't believe that. Limonite. There's pyrolusite on this with the label box. Sale priced, which dioptase is an expensive mineral. So to get it for a quote, a sale price opportunity, that's rare. All right, how about this? $38. You know I'm doing a sale now. $38 on that one. My goodness. Let's look at this next item. Let's look at item 103-8121. 103-8121. Wow. And check out this. Namibian dioptase. And what a specimen this is indeed. Look at those crystals. That is remarkable. Wow. Wow. Look at the terminations. Look at this. This is indeed a collector specimen. I haven't seen this large of dioptase crystals like that. Those are striking. Those are striking. Wow, look at that crystal down in there. Oh, wait, I'm remembering this. I'm thinking, this is from the Sumed mine. Oh, world famous mine. And, yep, it is. This is a treat for someone. This is a cerussite. Cerussite, remember, is the lead carbonate, and this crystal, look it, I remember it. It's actually loose in its own pocket. So what they call a floater specimen often, and you wonder how a floater specimen forms or grows without being attached to the wall of something. Well, this gives you a clue right here, because this was able to grow but couldn't free itself, or in the future, that is how it could free itself, is growing in a pocket like this, and then something breaks away and allows it to come out. Because as far as I could see, I could not tell that this was attached in the pocket itself anywhere. It just has grown loose and separately, what they call a floater. And that is rare. That is a real treat. And it doesn't come out of there. I've tried to get it to come out of there, and it doesn't fall out. That is really, really rare to have that type of formation, to see it in action. There is potentially some other cerussites as I'm looking at this. That may be one. This is a specimen to have a lot of fun with in looking at it in so many ways. Look at this right there. This doesn't happen by chance. This only happens when Mother Nature lets it happen. So what looks like another crystal formed in this, and then it released or didn't fully bond with it, and the crystal just formed in the shape, or the dioptase formed around it without bonding to it. Either way, creating that area, that negative impression of where it was. This is quite a fascinating specimen from so many different angles, so many different ways. And you can see limonite here as well. This would be just something that in formation I have not seen hardly anything like that by way of dioptase. That's going to be would be a very, very expensive specimen in a show, and I'm not sure I've even featured this piece before, but I'm going to give it a sale price, even though I really have no real concept of just how expensive that would be. But I can tell you, it would not be inexpensive in any realm. Discounted opportunity for you. If you want it, only $88. That is a really, really fine specimen that, especially with that unusual cerussite crystal in it, you could easily see that specimen in a $250, $350 range. Yeah. And it'd be one of those, well, go find another one. Okay, go find another one with a big loose cerussite crystal like that, or with those large dioptase crystals. Just not going to happen. It's an excellent, excellent piece. All right, let me tuck that away safely, and we'll be right back. One of the rare minerals I have talked to you about coming out of Pakistan that take advantage and get them from me, because you probably won't find them from anywhere else. Triplite. Triplite as specimens. Triplite fastness is difficult enough to find. Triplite specimens are as well. And here is 3. Now, they may not look all beautiful and, shiny and clear and like quartz might. No, that's not the way triplite is found. But I tell you what, when you do some backlighting, you get a whole lot of better idea of just exactly, look at the beautiful translucent and the color to this material. You'll find some wonderful pinks in it, in the different pieces. Look at this. And this, triplite also is not found in really well-shaped crystals. That's just not what it does, not the way it's found. Thank you, sir. And so what it is found in these wonderful odd-shaped pieces that are actually technically crystalline, but that's about as as well formed as you're going to see them. It's always a good material to tumble. We've offered bags of this, like 500 carats of it before and whatnot. I want to give someone a chance to get in on 3 really nice quality pieces. These all were from one small pocket found in 2015. I happened to get in on buying a good portion of, not the really high A grade portion of the pocket, but some of the material that was a little bit lower quality that they offered. It made it affordable. And, I don't care if I hang on to it for a long, long time. I know that there's not been any other pocket found since 2015. And those of you that have gotten in on what you've gotten from me, hang on to it, because there's value there. All right, here you go. Especially if you want to get in on this sale opportunity now. I am marking those 3 pieces down to only $38. $38 for all 3 pieces. I showed you the big one and the quality. And, stones can be cut from them. You just have to be creative on finding that, or cutting them as cabochons, or tumbling them, or guess what? Just 3 pieces as part of your specimen collection that no one else will have. Yeah, only 38 for the 3. Now, let me show you. I want to show you. Dave, the cameraman, I told you, he and his mom, they went on the edge of Lake Lanier. If you don't think you can find rocks and minerals, wrong. Here's what his Moonstone. This is just what he went along the edge, and he was able to spot perfectly the type of material that you look for when you're looking for Moonstone. You see how even the Moonstone can be. Look at that. When it, and see the adulorescence, the reflection on it, and the cleavage of it. It can split perfectly along those lines of cleavage, giving you these nice, even, and flat areas that you can see. And you can see on all of these, you can see that reflection, that Moonstone reflection, and the crystal system, because you can see how it's like kind of a parallelogram in so many of these. Look at this one. This one shows up really nicely and has some really gem grade material. Look at that adulorescence right there, and hence why they call it Moonstone. And this is just one trip that he made. And then now let me show you the big discovery he made. And most people would walk right over this rock, but Dave's trained eye, and as well as all these guys in production, could probably be better prospectors than most anybody else. Look at this. His trained eye spotted this big piece as Moonstone. And sure enough, when the light glimmers across it, you can see the reflection, whether it is wet or not. And when you get closer and look at this material, let's look right down in here. You can really see then that reflection. And you can see the quality. You could cut a cabochon right out of that area. If I took a diamond saw and started sawing into this, we could saw into some gem material that this is holding on the inside of it. Look at that. So well done, and it just goes to show you, see those perfect lines like that, those perfect cleavage planes? We could hit this particular rock and it would split into additional crystalline looking forms. Look at that right there. Boom, that entire face is on that adulorescent plane, and telling you that it's Moonstone. If you look at it closer too, I looked at some of the others, and some had little garnets in them as well. All right, so just proving that, look at that. We're going to leave it right there because it's supposed to do that when it's Moonstone. Reflect back at you. Just going to show you that if you don't think you can find something, yes, you can. Item number 1043821. 1043821. Let me see what this gets us. Wow. This price that it started off at, quite expensive, so it must be something pretty interesting. Let me see as I unwrap it. Wow, what have we got? Now this, it would be nice if we walked the lake and could find something like that. Oh yeah, But you know what? There's been emeralds found in Georgia. There's been, that's what this is. This is a wonderful emerald crystal. This is the kind of quality that you can carve. You can cut cabs from. It's not, this is decent. This is decent. If I had an emerald mine and they were all of this quality, I would be plenty happy with what I had. Let me show you this. Look at that. Wow. Oh yeah. Let me just get a hold of an emerald mine of that quality. And when the light makes the entire crystal glow, then it is a very translucent origin and translucent stone. Thank you, sir. What a pretty piece. Look at that. Even with all the lights on, look at how that glows. Okay, so I see why the price on this piece I had on this was what it is. However, it was $118. I am sale pricing this. If you want in on it, this would be something you could cut or you could just use as part of your display. And we're going to make this one. How about this? Look at how big that is too. From Bahia, Brazil, 40 carats. Okay, how about this? $1 a carat, $40. $40. Go to a show and rock and mineral show and see what they would offer and sell a crystal of emerald with that kind of clarity and color for. You would be talking about $240 or more. All right, I am going to tuck that away, and I'll be right back. Okay, if you thought that Arkansas's claim to fame in the country was quartz, well, maybe you need to do a little bit more investigating Arkansas's geologic history. Oh, you say it's the diamonds. Yes, that's what I was talking about, the diamonds. Actually, in the real life, though, the diamonds are not what I'm referring to. But my kick the bucket list, have to do whatever, and I cannot believe I haven't. I have been to the petrified forest in Arizona. Yes, that was a must-do as a rock hound. Well, the other one, for me especially, I don't know, is to go to the United States only available diamond pipe. Actually, it's not the only available, it's only one period. The United States only diamond kimberlite pipe. And, you know, of course, I'm glad they did. They made it a park, open to everyone. And there have been amazing diamonds that are actually found there. Now, I'm thinking that with my ability, just like I was at the end of the flume line in the Cowie Valley, because I could spot all the genuine rubies of North Carolina that no one else knew what they looked like, because they didn't look like people pictured sapphires and rubies. No, they weren't red and blue. I knew what they looked like. So after the owners kicked me out of a couple of their mines, nicely, they thought it was kind of cute that a 13, 14-year-old kid knew what they did. So, you know, if you're polite, they'll put up with you until you're getting into their pocket. And I did, because I started to find stones for free that were really the real deal. Well, just like I found those stones there because of the ability to recognize them, so I think also I can take that knowledge of being able to know and recognize what a diamond in the rough looks like and find more than anyone else, you think? Huh? Well, at least I'm going in with confidence because I want to go. I want to take Raven. We both want to go. We want to make that trip. Unfortunately, financially and other reasons have kept us from it. But it's something that I really want to do. Okay, so there you go. You have quartz, the clear quartz that looks like, was the original kind of simian look-alike for diamond going way back. Then you have Arkansas, well known for the real diamond, right? But there's something else. There is something else. And it is a stunning, beautiful, beautiful Arkansas Wavelite. And Wavelite, it's an aluminum phosphate, and it was named in 1805. And this specimen, it was named for a naturalist who discovered it, Dr. Wavell. Now, this particular specimen was a former owned as part of his collection, as part of the Chris Wright's collection. And for those of you that have been in the business or in the business end of this any length of time, or know some of the major collectors of the United States, well, Wright's Rock Shop is one of those places, one of those collectors that you want a specimen to have that provenance. And if it was good enough for them, basically, it certainly was good enough for me. So this is an ex-Chris Wright specimen of Wright's Rock Shop fame, then coming to Gem Collectors with Shawn fame. And as Dave took you looking closer to it, let me show you and point out some highlights to this piece. Okay, so you see these formations, but when they're like split in half, so to speak, they're really, really beautiful. You can see where a larger one was and that formation. And it's funny that it was named had the name has anything to do with wave whatsoever, because if we come into the edge, you can actually see it looks like, radial sprays or waves almost of color, and the formation is quite unique. And Arkansas has some of the finest wavelite in the world. And this piece is an excellent example of wavelite all the way around. Has incredible color and is almost all wavelite. Nice balance. I am putting this on sale. This is from Malden Mountain, so I know exactly where it is from. And sale price, yes, this is on sale, marking it down to only, I'm not going to believe it, $78 on that. Huge discount, $78. Item number 103. If I can see this, 103-9821. 103-9821. Look at this. Let's come back again to Made in America. We're going from Arkansas to look at this. Look at this. Prehnite, and this prehnite's from Connecticut. A lot of people don't realize that, Connecticut, New Jersey, they have a lot of geology. Danburite, there you go. See, look at that. That's our director of production. What does he know? That's how much he knows. He knows that Danburite is which I totally actually forgot about that, Danbury, Connecticut fame. Now, it's been buried underneath a parking lot, but it was originally named and discovered in Danbury, Connecticut. Danburite, which of course we know is a really fine, beautiful white clear gem. And great addition of knowledge there. So well pointed out. Now, as we come in closer on this, look at this. This beautiful prehnites. Look at these prehnites. And then look at these crystals. Even better yet, look at those large, clear white crystals of calcite tucked away down in there. And then what are those specks? Yeah, those specks. Look at them tucked underneath there as well. Those are also something you want to know about. Chalcopyrites. There are little chalcopyrites underneath there. Isn't that cool? How they just kind of hang underneath the edge and the way they formed in this pocket. Look at that. Look at those calcites. And then let's see back over. Oh, look at that unusual formation. There's a radio formation right there. Probably one of these nice large prehnites you can see coming through there as well. Wow, look at over here. Now, remember, prehnites are often found with zeolites. So you can find Gonardite, and you can find Ceylonite. Look at this very cool pocket over here with the calcite down in there. Here we go. Big time opportunity for a Made in America specimen. How about this? Marking it down to only $34. Only $34 on that one. Now, let's step it up. If you want a big one, here we go. Someone must be waiting for me to really make this inexpensive. It's already 100-8521. 1008521. Now, let's take it up a notch. If you want something bigger in the prehnite, look at this. Now, there is a beauty and large. There's a cabinet quality specimen by way of quality and size. And this has got all kinds of goodies to look at real quick. Now, I mean, wow, look at way back in there. There is so much. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow, there's some treasures. Calcite back in there, maybe. Yeah, well, I'm going to leave it to, there's also some chalcopyrite I remember on this. I'm going to leave it for the rest of all of you to explore because there's so many other things I need to get to. Price on this one, oh my, should I do it for this? And I don't know. Relative to the other one, how inexpensive can I do it? Here we go, $48, only $48. That is a sale price. Look at all those cool pockets in that. $48 on that one. I'm not even going to make note or write that one down. All right, this next item number 977720. 977720. Okay, let me just show you really quickly. Well, you know what? Well, I guess this baggie, I would show it to you right in the bag, except the bag's kind of old looking. Let me show you just right in this box here. All right, all these garnets. Look at these, all these garnets. Maybe I should just show them to you in my hand. Even easier, better yet. All right, so a whole bunch of faceted garnets, nice quality. Also, remember, you need garnets to be able to practice your magnetic responses on learning to be able to tell and use magnets, neodymium magnets, for gem identification purposes when it comes to the garnet family. Anyway, here is a parcel. I can't imagine all the time it would take to cut all of those for me to offer you the entire bag of garnets. This is less than what I could even get inexpensive garnets for, $12. $12 for all of those 14 stones. Less than $1 a garnet. You know, I can't imagine. I'm not even going to spend any more time on that. I just can't imagine cutting them off for that. Okay, let me show you. Item number 1041821. 1041821. Now, when we talk about high quality labradorite, this is kind of material I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that. It almost just distracts you from the fact that you're looking at a whole bunch of skulls. As we come in close on this, oh, that blue really stands out on this. Look at that, though. What a great piece. Now I'm thinking about our little buddy Mahalis being a skull collector. He's going in the right direction. Good job, Mom. Good job. All right, really, wow, look at that. You know, carving like that, something like that, because one error in one place and the whole thing is messed up, you know, or you break it. Anyway, look at the weight, 106 carats on this, and price opportunity, sale price opportunity now is only. I don't have anything to sit him in, so we'll just leave him right there for a moment until I can grab the next item. Anyway, price on this guy, believe it or not, $44. $44. Okay, next. This one, through the bag, 1002421. 1002421. Not going to take these even out of the bag. Look at them. Look at all these emeralds, okay? So these you can have fun with and mount them in silver. You can practice faceting emerald, cutting emerald. You can give them away to friends for the May birthstone, or you can crush them up to do a Zen garden for green. I did some emeralds that way and crushed them up and used them for that purpose. Yeah, Okay, so I'm going to make them inexpensive enough that if you needed to do some, remember, crushed gemstone paintings. Oh, I'm still going to look for those that I have so I can show you. I just keep forgetting. Oh, here, that's for that nice emerald crystal. I didn't give it to you earlier. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. How about the entire parcel of these? I don't know even what I had ever offered these to before, but how about the whole bag of them? It has to be inexpensive enough at ready, set, $12. Emeralds, $12. I know. Next item is 1002321. That's why we call it a sale. We're leaving these in the bag. Can you write the price I quoted on those? Look at these, leaving these in the bag. These are 4 stones and a, wow, much nicer quality. Much nicer quality. But that doesn't keep them from being a deal. How about this? How about this? Look at those. Well, that one has to be worth the price of all of them. Really? You know, $9. $9 for the bag of them. I mean, it can only get so cheap. Yeah, and $9 has to be in that realm. Item number 10. Hold on. Here we go. Item number 1020121. 1020121. Red Hulandite. And write the price on there too. Red Hulandite. And this is, look at this. This is beautiful with the Stibiconites and then the quartz crystals in the background. Now, this is more red than what you may be seeing. It just depends on where your red's set at on your TV. But as we come in close on this, you can see the incredible Hulandites, the red Hulandites, which is its unusual pocket was found of these as well. Look at how well-formed the Stilbite crystals are. And I am offering this collector piece at a discount as well. It's very unusual material. And but here we go, $34 on that. Only $34. That's very unique and very inexpensive for the money, for the look. 969220. 969220 is, let's see what we have. Some of these are wrapped up, and I don't know always what. Oh, this is a jackpot. Look at this for incredible, beautiful tangerine quartz. Beautiful tangerine quartz. You know, when you see this in person, you're going to say, oh, it's way more orange than what I'm seeing on the monitor. So you may hopefully be getting that bright orange color. As we come in close on this, you're going to see just what is going on. And what's creating that color is hematite. Hematite. In person, this is a much brighter orange than what you may be seeing right now. But you have a multitude of additional other crystals mixed in with this, many different directions, which makes it very aesthetically attractive in that respect. Look at that. Look at that, how neat that is. All those beautiful, wow, that's really neat right there. All those fingers of quartz going out like that. That is so aesthetically unique. And price on this in tangerine quartz, personal collection piece, I'm going to make it huge, huge deal. $34. Only $34 on that. Huh. Wow. Okay, last. Make sure that you put the quantity of only one. left. 738417. 738417. This is an oldie but goodie because I have one parcel left. And let me show you what it's a parcel of. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Look at. You are looking at 738417. A incredible parcel. Look at those colors. This is so much. This is actually facet grade. This first one I picked up. Look at that. Look at the clarity. That would cut a stone right there. And if you see that kind of directional color difference, playchroic, dichroic, in this case, look at that. Clear in there, and then you look there, and boom. But look at that. Turn it right there, and it's hard to see any other color but just clear white. That's amazing. That's when you know you're looking at spodumene, and in this case, you're looking at kunzite. And a wonderful, wonderful parcel this is. Look at this one. So anyway, take advantage of this parcel. It is such a bargain. There's facet grade material in here. You can learn about cleaving the stone, crystals, how they will split and whatnot. And you can learn all that. Price on this entire parcel, $21. $21. Okay, let me get out a couple other items. I'll be right back. Sapphires. Yep, look at this. Ceylon sapphires. Anytime you see a sapphire crystal and it's terminated at both ends, like that, pointed at both ends, then you know you're looking at a Ceylon sapphire most likely. And wow, look at these. Look at these. So you can see exactly the different shades of color. And look at that. Look at the blue tip to that one. These can make beautiful pieces of jewelry just as they are. Do some wire wrapping. I haven't forgot about you still there, Miss Gabby, on wire wrapping. And Summer has 4 incredible ornaments done of yours. So I'll get some of those out to you next week. At least whatever she's got done and ready to go. So look at these. Look at these. Incredible natural color. And this large one, look at how large that is. And you know what? I was just thinking, I think last time I showed that, I'm thinking I wasn't going to show that again. Because I was thinking that if I polished the face into that, that could be cutting quality. And you know it hasn't been heat treated. So that's I'll say it one more time. Just don't let me forget, Miss Raven, that we're not going to show this again. I'm not going, it's too good of an opportunity for there to be a nice gem right in that piece. If nothing else, it's a large specimen. But I'm going to make this so that the price per carat of these sapphires is a really good deal. These actually were mined in the 1980s. I know how long I have had them already and the person before me. So, price opportunity, if you want them, how about the entire parcel for only $48? $48. That is less than $5 a carat on those. And to get the large one as part of that deal, that makes the entire deal worth it. That one alone would be worth more than that. Item number 103. Let me see. 1039421. 1039421. Let's go back 400 million years. And if you do, well, you won't get them carved, but you will find these fossils from that time period. Look at this. The Guniotites. Guniotites were the type of gastropod before there were ammonites. And then there were the orthocerises. Look at this. All completely natural fossil stone. And this is the silica stone. This isn't the carbonate stone that it will not only does be dissolved away and the polish removed with any kind of acidic material, from lemonade to wine to lemon juice, anything like that, takes the polish off of those, those goblets that you get in Mexico, or that set of wine cups, that's really inexpensive, and it will say onyx. Well, they're not telling you that it's actually basically a calcite onyx. It's not a true onyx, and that is the stuff that is completely worthless to use other than for decorative purposes, because it's a carbonate type of product. It will not only be very porous and absorb the color of wine, etc., but again, acid will affect the surface of it. That is not the case with the silica material here. In the fossil stone. Look at these. These are cool fossils all over these pieces. That's kind of neat with the natural color yellow through there. We don't see that happen too often. Then that is the little jar that goes with the soap dish or whatever else you want to use this for. Look at the yellow banding in that. Quite unique. I do not see it. So anyway, you get the set. You got both pieces. Jar and soap dish, discounted opportunity even on those two, $28 for both. $28 for the set. And you know what? They're just not any regular sets. With that yellow in both of those was intentional. That was our own personal set that we had picked out. And so we're passing it on. Now, I have another item that you're going to love, the fact that I'm putting this on sale. Item 1026021. 1026021. Look at that. Now that's what you put in your soap dish right there. Huh? Wow, beautiful contrasting colors, by the way. All right, red zircons. Red zircons. That's another one of those coming from Pakistan that I said that I bought those 4 different ones that I said everyone needs to get one of the pieces from those lots that I bought. Remember, it was the Trilobite, it was the pink Apophyllites, it was the red zircons, and it was the sphenes. So here, if you missed out already on any of the zircons, here's a chance. Look at how large the zircon crystals are in this particular specimen. And again, I always wonder what could possibly be on the inside. What specimen was I showing you earlier in the week? And I was talking about that, proving you never know what's on the inside. I forget what that was. Anyway, here we go. If you want in on this really nice, high quality zircon item, I am giving anybody a chance at a really fine specimen. Oh, by the way, it fluoresces stunningly. Yellow fluorescence under shortwave light on that zircon. Here is your chance. $68 on that. $68. But a specimen like this of that kind of size and quality in the zircons, sells for considerably more. And that's if you can even find them. These are the kind of specimens you can't even find at the shows. They don't offer. And they're also older material that you don't see except when it first comes out, and then that's that. That's once it's gone and in the market, then it's really difficult. Oh, item number 1032521. 1032521, and I cannot believe that I even have this to put on sale, and then I'm going to do it. I don't know why it's in the sale price stuff. If you did not or do not have a Stibiconite, here it is. Here is what you missed out on before getting a second chance to me. Stibiconite is one of the most attractive metal minerals that there is. I say metal because it is a antimony ore. Antimony. Look at those crystals. Look at those crystals. Now, if you think that the yellow is something that you want to wash off, well, no, you don't, because it is called Stibiconite. Stibiconite. And it is something that actually is quite rare and adds to the desirability of that specimen. Look at those crystals going in all those directions. Wow. This is one, we've actually featured it before, so I could spend a lot more time than I am at the moment. But get this at home and spend hours gazing at it, because stibnite and antimony sulfide, that's only 2 minerals in it, and a hardness of 2, its original Greek name, stibi, then Latin for stibium. The stibiconite is actually it's Sb3+. It's 2 forms of antimony's valences. Isn't that unique? Hardness of 5.5 to 7. The mine was closed in the 50s that this came from, and it is I have it in the information on the tag, and it's from the Ichinokawa mine, closed in the 50s again. So very desirable location for this to even be from. I am marking it down to the lowest price I will ever make this piece, and that's only $188. $188. It's one of those that, okay, go try to find another one. Find another one, especially from that location. There is stibnite from locations, but they're not as desirable as this one. There's some from Chinese locations and some others, but this particular location, that's where you want your stibnite to be from. Take advantage, especially of that price. That's one I'm willing to share. So, yeah, don't miss out. Oh, I have a pseudomorph. Let's see. Clock is running down on us. So let me show you item 997721. 997721. Now, also, let's go back about 400 million years. And you can find a wonderful rock. But within that rock, let's see what it has to say. Let me show you. 997721. Yep. Look at that. As we open it up, boom. Isn't that amazing? Look at that trilobite. The trilobite, one of the very first animals with compound eyes, with more complex eyes, coming out of the sea. Because I say that because they did. Because what are their current living relative, their closest current living relative right now? The horseshoe crab. And rightfully so. It looks so much like a horseshoe crab. The horseshoe crab, very, very ancient primitive being still existing on the shores. And if you've ever seen the horseshoe crab mating ceremony, I guess I'll call it, in the Chesapeake Bay, it is phenomenal. I mean, you cannot make a step on the seashore without stepping on them. They are just wall to wall in their in the process of spawning, I guess you call it. But anyway, take advantage of this one. Whether you donate it to a school, show and tell, keep it for yourself, whatever you want to do, $14 on that. Only $14 should have you interested. Now, let's go to the Made in America collection on something really rare. 758118. 758118. And this is truly an American classic, one of the rarest American specimens that you could ever want to have or hope for. And that is a emerald crystal in matrix. This is from the Crabtree mine. the Crabtree Mine in North Carolina and the Spruce Pine District. This is beautiful, beautiful crystals of emerald. And look at the other crystals of hornblende. Probably have some tourmaline in there. And could be some epidote. And the wonderful greens of the emeralds. Just look at that. Look at how actually long those crystals are. And you can see the other greens of the other specimens of hornblende. Wow. How beautiful is that? All right, thank you, sir. So, really, I didn't realize actually in that specimen that emerald was so long. To put this one, it's going to come with a stand even. Oh, going to come with the stand even on that one. Nice long. I'll drill it for free even. I'll drill it at the other end though. 2 nice big emeralds in there. Price on this one, for this to be sale priced, is kind of silly. I'm going to make this ridiculously silly at only $44. $44 to get an American emerald. How cool is that? I think that is very cool. I love the entire history of the emeralds of North Carolina, from the ones for the wrist mine, which are just incredibly beautiful, to, of course, the Hiddenite fame and whatnot. Let's look at item number 1033621. 1033621. Now here is a really cool specimen with all the wonderful polished faces of the Brazilian Rutilated Quartz. What a great piece that is. Wow, you can have a lot of fun with that in the window like we have ours when the sun comes through, reflecting off of them, or just the lights in the kitchen. And this guy marking it down to a very desirable opportunity of only $21 on that. $21, an irreplaceable price. Think about what the time it takes to even just polish this piece. Next item 1033821. 1033821. Instead of rutilated quartz, how about terminated quartz? A big piece, but not so big that you couldn't do creative things with it. And let me see one other thing about it, because most of the tourmaline in these a lot of times are the dark shoral, but not in this case. Look at the green. This is green tourmaline. Look at those beautiful greens in that. Wow, there we go. Some that's what you want to see. And of course, there may be even some other colors. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. So going in multiple different directions. Wow. Thank you, sir. That's just nature at some of its most creative. Have some fun with that, because I'm going to make it to where it's affordable to have some fun with it. How about that entire cab for only $28? I told you it was going to be a sale. I'm not kidding you. Look at that. $28. That is certainly a sale opportunity indeed. Now, I have a gift, and that's what this is going to be by way of price. Item 1015021. 1015021. Made in America collection, because this is straight from the Reynolds County, Missouri, with chalcopyrite and calcite and dolomite. That's the way you're going to find most of these. You have some calcites. Look at this neat little pocket over here. Forget all that other stuff. I like that. Look at that. I think that's a little pocket of calcites in there. Then most of these I think are on a bed of dolomite. These are chalcopyrites. How can you tell chalcopyrite versus pyrite, especially when there's not any iridescence there? Well, you go ahead and try to find a cube. Try to find a square cube. And if you don't, well, it's not pyrite. Pyrite forms in a different crystal system. And there is no square cubes on this guy to be found. What a great specimen. This has not been heated. The chalcopyrites of its original natural color, and look, self-displays. I love that. Here, I am going to make this so I do not have, poor Raven will not have to pack that up again. That big, gorgeous piece. You know what? I actually worked with the dealer that sells this material at the shows. And if you knew what they actually would want for that, you just would faint and fall down. Well beyond the only $28. $28 is all I'm asking for that. Yep, chalcopyrite forms in the tetragonal. Pyrite forms in the isometric. Isometric meaning equal-sided or cube-sided formation. $28 only dollars for that. Now, let's get as many items as we can here in the next few moments. Item 807118. 807118. I think we had sold that other big aqua. Well, let me show this one. A little bit smaller than the other one, I believe, but we're going to make it so someone can add to a great aqua collection for not a whole lot of money. How about this guy for only $16? Only $16. And remember, oh, that's right. I was going to keep one of these because I was going to try to heat treat it and see about the color. Well, if it doesn't sell, that's what I'm going to do. I keep saying that, and I keep forgetting about it every time I see it. Because you know what? They're not heat treated. They're not heat treated at like that. Okay, let's see. With the moments that we have. Oh, a beauty. Item 1034621. 1034621. You're not going to believe what I'm going to offer right now. On sale. On sale. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, look at this. Look at this jewel. And I do mean a jewel. My birthstone from my birthstone collection, demantoid garnet. But this has got okay, first, it also has a box with the label from the Green Dragon mine, or also known as the Tobuscus Farm. Here's that label hidden underneath there, and it goes in the little perky box like that. But let me show you the crystal. Now, as we give this backlighting, we can find the difference between the topazolite or the demantoid and the fact that I need new batteries. All right, so, okay, hold on. Better give me some light there, Dave. Here we go. Let me get my backup. All right, now, there we go. All right, what I want to show you is how to tell the topazolite. If you can't tell from the color with light on, then you can use backlighting like this. And the green is going to be the demantoid. The yellowish colors yellowish tan colors is going to be the topazolite. So you can see the yellowish colors versus the much deeper, better greens. And but overall, this crystal has a lot more going on with it than just there we go. You can see the difference between the yellows and the greens. All right, thank you, sir. Now let me show you. As we take away this light and then show you, you see these other crystals that you are seeing here? There is other goodies on this to be found. And they include calcite. And some can also have diopside. And I'll leave it to you to do some, look at, see those other green crystals on there? This is gonna allow for you to have a little bit of fun with it. I am going to make this affordable because a lot of these, well, they still are going up in price, the value of them, especially from the most desired location, which is the Green Dragon Mine, or it's also the Tubusses farm, Tubusses. Okay, price on this, believe it or not, here's gonna be one of your best chances to get one of these at an affordable opportunity is this sale right now. Only $48 on that one. Only $48. Okay, as we count down only minutes. Only $48 on that one. Now, next I tell you what, here is one of a very impressive look. Item number 1021821. 1021821. Look at this. Now that's an impressive zeolite specimen. Not only do you have the gorgeous, beautiful, look at that bow tie shaped stilbite, but then you have these wonderful apophyllites. As we come in closer on this, you can see just how showy the whole piece is. Look at the white. See this white? This is a quartz crystal, all crystalline background. There we go. We can show you a side, kind of give you a better idea. Then mirror apophyllites. This, see the apophyllites, how they're a different form than a lot of others apophyllites that we've shown you. And these actually have a kind of a reflective glow. That's why they're called mirror apophyllites. And then these bow tie stilbites, a desirable form of stilbite. Then looking on the back, let's see if we can find anything else. A lot of times maybe Ceylonite, the green zeolite. Not seeing too much of that. Other times Garnardite, which will be often the white that fills in. Along the edge, it's always neat because a lot of times there'll be Hulandite base, but this just has very, very wonderful crystalline shapes to it, to the whole piece, and a very large cabinet quality size, all for a huge discount on this. You've heard how inexpensive people have commented that my zeolites are, and this is going to continue on, especially as being considered very inexpensive, especially when I tell you it's going to be only $54 for that. $54. That is a remarkable opportunity. Okay, with the moments that we have, I have, here, copper sunstones. I think I'm going to take those home and cut those. If you've all passed those up before, I'm not going to give them away again. Here we go. Well, let's make this the last item of the show. 1013621. Now, hold on. I need to put this out and display it, and we'll need to talk about this for just a moment, because since this was our trivia question from last week in a way, then this would be a good time to end the show with this last of the very one or two maybe faceted gems I have left of this. Look at that. Look at that color from that distance. And what you are looking at, that is the color of this stone. It is, as I had said before, chartreuse lemon. Item number 724817. 724. Look at that. Look at that. Now that is a brucite. No, I thought you had it. 724817. This is stunning. And look at how large that is. And remember, I talked about the expected clarity. This is about as clean as it gets. This is about as clean. It's always a little kind of a, smokiness to it. Look, this is a giant stone. And you know what? These have not gone down in price. I have dropped some of my pricing on them because I had gotten in on these at the right time, just like I did. Oh, all of you who got the Grandidierite from me, oh my, you have done really well on those of you who bought those when you did. At the prices I was asking for them. Now, if you paid too much for them, then I can't help you. All right, here we go. If you want in on one of the only one or two maybe I have left, probably the only one I'm going to be offering for sale, and then to put it that large of one, if you already have gotten one, to be able to get another one at the price I'm offering this for, it's going to be well worth it. So let me just take a moment to see what I'm willing to go on this. And this is a rare gem opportunity, especially on a stone of this size. 6.20 carat. I tell you what, I will offer this for only $118. $118 on that. That makes it less than $20 a carat. So, this is one of those stones. It's softer. Maybe you don't make any jewelry out of it, but it is a collector's gem. The origin, there won't be another origin of this, of brucite that is of gem quality. This pocket, it's gone. There's only the specimens that are left they could cut stones from. This is a large, bright colored jewel. And at what I'm offering it, I highly recommend someone add it to their collection for that. All right, let me put together the trivia questions. I'll be right back with them. If you are not sure how to find me, and type in Gem Collectors with Shawn, or go to gemshopping.com and go down to the Learning Center and click on that. No matter what, you'll find me. Get the answers to me, and it's amazing the number of people throughout the year have won multiple times. So your odds of winning are quite high. And again, we give away kind of cool stuff. So it's something that you want to partake in, I would think. Besides, I also want to help you facilitate learning. And gem shopping has always been about that. We just think, really, it's true. A more educated consumer does nothing but help us. And it's only those afraid of education are the places you have to watch out for. So we're not afraid of educating you to the max. So we're taking it from the ground up in this show, from carbon as graphite, which we talked about today. It just happened to be on a specimen of Sapphire garnet. But carbon, under heat and pressure, what does it become? As you well know, a diamond. And I think that's one of the most amazing things of nature. You can take the same pure element, carbon, and it is nature's softest material in the form of graphite, or lead in your pencil. We always said lead, right? It was never anything to do with lead. It was graphite. Graphite in your pencil, hardest and number one on the Mohs scale. Heat and pressure will line up those same carbon atoms in a particular crystalline structure, and you have nature's hardest substance. So I think that kind of chemistry is amazing. And here at Gem Shopping, we will inform you of neat little interesting tidbits like this. And if you really want the science end, this is the show. Make sure that this week you actually step on Mother Earth. Think about it. So many of you will go from your garage to your car to a parking lot, back into a building, to an elevator. When is the last time you stepped on terra firma, on Mother Nature's ground itself. And there's something to be said about the word being grounded. You know, you hear that. And sometimes it's even overused. But in the earthly sense, in the geological sense, there's a lot of sense to that. And just make sure that your feet touch Mother Nature's earth itself, which of course that will ground you in the real sense of the word. Okay, 2 questions for you. Ready, set? Name 2 other minerals besides quartz that are found in Arkansas. Of course you're going to know quartz, right? Arkansas, very famous for quartz. But there's 2 other well-known minerals found in Arkansas. What are they? Question number 2. How can you tell if a sapphire crystal is from Ceylon, or Sri Lanka, as they call it now? So how can you tell if a sapphire crystal is of Sri Lankan or Ceylon origin? There you go. So good luck to all of you, and thank you for all your kind support. Please continue to send your support or your comments, however way you may feel. But I do thank you for your financial support through purchases here at Gem Shopping. And for those of you wondering, just keep in mind the free items take a separate path. So if you get those, take those a little bit longer than the items that you pay for, just keep in mind that if it takes goes 3 or 4 weeks and you haven't received the item yet, do make sure then that you let me know so that I can track it down, because we don't just fake giving away stuff. We really do give away stuff, and we want to make sure that you receive it as well. All right, so I always have as much fun as the rest of you. Everybody stay safe. Don't let your guard down, even though it's easy to do that. I want all of you back here every week. And I, again, just so appreciate your prayers and your support and your positive energy and thoughts as far as my wellness. Believe me, I have my tractor paid for now. I want to get on the goal. And I expect to be able to do that. I'm going to start putting on my positive thinking cap, and I think it'll do me a lot of good. Death by 1,000 cuts is no fun, and I'm ready to put Band-Aids on every one of them and be up and bouncing back off the walls like you're so used to finding your old Shawn. Okay, God bless, take care, and I will see you next Monday. Cheers.